Hello, I'm back again, Brother West. Part two of the silent killer. Again, I was interrupted. I know the adversary don't want me to teach his people, teach God's people the word, my experiences to help bring deliverance, help bring clarity. So that's why he sent all kind of distractions. He sent all kind of distractions through technology. But I do understand that. But I'm determined. I'm determined to keep releasing messages, keep talking. And if anyone have the wisdom on knowing how to, where I can record, where I can delete or stop anyone from distracting me from teaching, please let me know. I do have a 9+, but if there's a entry on the phone where I can block everything else out and just be able to teach, record live or record even video, just to record live, then please let me know. Inbox me and let me know, because a lot of times I'm trying to focus on blocking out some of the distraction, because I'm trying to think to be able to give you a message that's from my heart that will help you, because I know it will, because it helped me. That's why I'm telling it. That's why I'm expressing it, because of what God has done for me. I'm giving you that experience from my heart, that it might be a deliverance, that it might be healing, that it might be life to you, that it might be deliverance to you. Just like I said, with the silent killer from the beginning, silence. Adam was silent when Eve in the serpent was talking. If he would have talked, then it would have been different. If you notice, even through life with fathers and mothers and families, you find that there's so many kids that are angry, feel cheated, feel different, don't feel fulfilled or complete. A lot of times because dad was silent. He wasn't there. He wasn't home. He wasn't in the house. Mom and daddy fell out. Daddy didn't want to be around, and so daddy punished you. Daddy's punished you. And so now you're angry because daddy wasn't there. And so if you look even even with ball players and whatnot, when they make it, they say, I thank God for mama. Where was daddy? Daddy wasn't there. Daddy wasn't around. So many men and many fathers are failing their kids because they've been silent. A lot of times in the home, men are silent. If they would just speak and express exactly what you feel, then things could be different, because God has given you the charge. God has made you the one that's responsible for opening up your mouth. Hear me. So we're living in a season, an hour, where God is calling for men. He's calling for fathers to stop being silent and begin to take a stand. Just take a stand. See, for so long, men have been so silent, and women been doing everything in the church, been running the church, when men been out of order because we've been silent. Women been handling the business. But but based on the Bible, God's glory and God's power is going to return to the church when men lock arms, priests lock arms, just like when they took that ark from the house of Obed-Edom and brought it back to the city of David. That's when God's glory is going to come back. This is when restoration is going to come back. This is when healing is going to come back. This is when breakthrough is going to happen. This is when deliverance is going to take place. And it's starting to happen. Brothers are getting together. Men are bearing the hatchet and coming together with one cause. And that cause is salvation. Reaching the lost. Being a witness. Testifying of Jesus. Testifying of him and whom crucified. It doesn't matter how much Bible I know. It don't matter how much I prophesy. It don't matter what kind of gifts I have. All that stuff don't mean nothing if I have love. All this stuff don't mean nothing. I'm disobeying God if I'm not telling people about Jesus. If I'm not reaching the lost. That's the commission. The commission about who is your spiritual father, how great your spiritual father is, how great your pastor is, or how much money you got in your account, how big your church is, and how many members you got. It's about Jesus. Did you do the Great Commission? Because if you didn't do the Great Commission, that means go into the world and to teach, baptize, and to compel them to come to Jesus. If you're not doing that, if you're not testifying and talking about Christ, you out of the will and you ain't doing the will of God. No matter what you say and what you do. The Bible said from the beginning, Jesus said, go into the world. He told disciples, the first ones that sat at the feet of Jesus, and he taught them. He taught them what to do. He taught them how to pray. He taught them how to love. He taught them so many things. He taught them how to witness. He taught them how to reach the lost. He taught them how to be a witness. He taught them how to be an example, the Beatitudes. And so if he taught them, what makes you different? Why are you not doing the same thing? Why are you fighting and bickering? Why are you complaining all that? Talking about how many members you got. Talking about how much love you got. Talking about what y'all doing. If you got a ministry, if you're evangelizing, evangelism is not just necessarily overseas. What about in your own home? What about in your own city? What about in the hospitals? What about in the nursing homes? What about visiting the sick, the bereaved? That's ministry. That's evangelism. That's when you're really evangelizing people. You go on to people who are less fortunate. That's the true example of a servant of God. I'm done.